Congratulations, Max. What a final lap from you. Just how good was it?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, it was not easy out there also to just produce a consistent lap time just because of the wind, the gusts as well that you got out there. I mean, the car was moving around a lot, even just on straights. So sometimes a bit unpredictable, in places because of it. But luckily that last lap came together quite nicely. Just had to commit a lot in the high speed with the low downforce that we have on the car, which we just tried to build up on. And luckily in Q3 that worked out.
You were fourth after those first runs of Q3. Just where did you find the time on that last lap?
Everywhere except the last sector. So every single corner a little bit. My first lap, I don't know, it just felt really different to Q2. Just more oversteer, more understeer in places. And that then made the lap not amazing, but I never thought, of course, that I could find whatever it was, almost 410s, I think. So, it worked. So I'm happy with that.
Max, it's been a bit of a recurring theme at Red Bull this year. Unhappy on Friday, big changes overnight, and you guys get it together for a Saturday. Just how different does the car feel today compared to yesterday?
In some places, quite different. I mean, yesterday I was just understeering a lot, but at the same time also having oversteer in places. So it was very difficult to balance. And I think today we definitely improved the understeer. And that just allowed me to push a bit more because I mean understeer is slow, especially in F1. So we just needed to try and minimize that.
So let's look ahead to tomorrow. You have good straight line speed. We saw that today. Just how confident are you in the long run pace of the car?
Yeah, I mean, let's see. I mean, just go in there, try to do the best we can. Naturally, normally in the race runs, we struggle a bit more on just tire life. And I don't know how that will be tomorrow. I think we have to wait and see a little bit also how the weather will be in general, if there's some rain or not. The straight line speed is nice, I think, to have, but we still need to manage the tires around here. It's very tough with all these high-speed corners. But I'm just looking forward to it. I mean, I'm not really in a battle, so just try to have fun and try to get the best possible.
Was the wind. Just also maybe trying a bit too hard in a couple of places as well to make up for it. So overall, pretty happy. It's been tight all weekend, especially through qualifying. So, P2 is not a bad result.
Oscar, as you say, it is very tight. Just 0.2 of a second separating the top 5 in qualifying. Have you been surprised by just how close it is?
For me, what's the biggest surprise is how each car is generating their lap time. You look at the speed traces and they all look completely different, but they end up basically at the same point at the end of the lap. So that's been quite interesting to get our heads around. I'm not that surprised that Max is quick here. It's quite similar to...
Pirelli have gone one step softer with the tyres this year. Just how much of a factor do you think that's going to be in the race?
Certainly can play a factor. It was very warm yesterday comparing to today and comparing to what it's going to be tomorrow. So, and there's also some rain expected for tomorrow. So, I think let's wait and see. I think it could still be a difference in strategies. And like Oscar said, every car gets lap time quite differently. We probably see him a little bit more in the middle of both a Red Bull and a Ferrari. But I think it can easily make a lot of opportunity come everyone's way tomorrow. So probably expecting a tough, but an exciting race.
All right. Lando, thank you for that. Let's now open this to the floor. We've got some questions. Name and publication, please. First one.
Tim Harini, TSN. Question for Max. Max, congratulations. This looked like a heck of a lap. You did touch on this a little bit, but I was wondering if you could just provide a little more context to it. Starting a weekend off difficult, the evolution of the race car itself. How much work actually goes into that over the weekend to get the car to sort of come to you?
Yeah, sometimes more than other weekends. I think it just caught us out yesterday that we had that much understeer in the car, which we didn't expect to happen. So then, you need to work around with the tools that you have. Luckily we went into the right direction with it.
Thank you, Max. Next, please. Yeah, here at the front.
Erwin Jeggi, motorsport.com. Question for Max. How much did the updated floor contribute to today's performance, and does today's performance?
I'm not sure, of course, how much it did, but for sure it brought something, And I'm happy, of course, with any kind of upgrade that we get on the car. And we just keep learning, keep trying to be better, and take it race by race what we can do.
Thank you. Next.
Andrew Benson, BBC Sport. Max, could you explain the thinking behind the choice of the low downforce setup, given the various compromises to do with straight line speed, raceability, tyre wear, wet weather, etc., etc.?
Yeah, we looked a bit slow yesterday on the other wing. Plus, I was just understeering to the moon, so I had to try and reduce a bit that understeer, and it seemed to work. I mean, it is light on downforce for sure. I mean, you can see that, I guess, but it seemed to hold on, and that's why we decided to stick with it, and we'll see what we get from it tomorrow in the race.
Thank you. Another one.
Simon Arbley from Nevis Radio. Question yet again for Max. Obviously, the grid's looking quite tight. You've got Oscar beside you. You've got Charles Leclerc a few spaces back, and you've got three very hungry Brits. Are you going to be doing a race tomorrow looking forwards, or will you be doing a race defending more?
Well, I guess naturally I have everyone behind, so I have to look behind me and see what will happen. But for sure, I can see a proper battle. Even in the long runs, I think there were a lot of cars that were quick, and I think even in qualifying, it was all quite tight. So and like Oscar said, like quite different lap time gains. Some quick on the straight, some quick in the corners, and I think it's just going to depend on who can keep their tires alive in the stint.
Thank you. Another one.
Alex Kalinauckas, The Athletic. Question to Max, please. A couple of your pole positions this year have come at real drivers' tracks in terms of Suzuka early on in the season and then here today at Silverstone. I just wondered, do the two compare in your mind in terms of the challenge of getting things wrong at such high-speed corners and such fine margins? Thank you.
Well, I think it's naturally also tracks that I just enjoy more. I don't like street circuits in general. I just like the high speed where you have to be committed. It's more flowing. That's really where an F1 car comes alive. Now, naturally, of course, the car has to work with you, right? And we know that on these kind of tracks, the car just comes alive a bit more. But as you could see yesterday, we were also struggling a lot with our balance. So we had to fix that as well, to be able to do what we did today.
Thank you. Fred?
Fair l'équipe, question for Oscar and Lando. Do you think that the rear wing of the Red Bull will help you or make you the work tougher for overtake, Max?
It's hard to know at the moment. I think for us, what's been impressive is some of the high-speed performance that they can continue with, even with the light downforce. So let's wait and see tomorrow. Of course, I hope that the higher downforce works a bit better in a few areas, but honestly, we really won't know until tomorrow. It's also been interesting with other teams. It's not always just been the higher the downforce you have, the quicker you are in the corners or all the corners. Some of the corners we're still slower than the Red Bull and Max. So it's not that straightforward, but I think it's going to be an interesting thing to see tomorrow.
Lando?
It's hard, honestly, to know until you kind of get behind and you have the dirty air and DRS and things like that. To be honest, at the minute, it's like our DRS speed probably just about matches Max's speed. So I think it's tough because we'll probably catch in the high speed. We just won't really close much when we open the DRS. So it's I think it can be tough, but there's also probably more opportunities than in a normal race. And like they said, they both said, between everyone, we're fast and slow in different places. I think this track, I think you look at Red Bull Ring and you say Red Bull Ring is a high speed, but comparing to Silverstone, it's quite medium speed. Here is definitely high speed. And it's probably highlighted a few more of our weaknesses. We've performed very well in the slower and medium speed tracks. Some of the higher speed, not bad, but we always seem to lose out to Max and the Red Bull. Like Oscar said, in Japan, here, things like that. So clearly things to work on. But I think we go into the race tomorrow, there's still plenty of opportunity for us.
Thank you. Another one.
Ed Straw from the race. One for Max. Although you've got a good result today, obviously some of the same problems are there, car limitations, getting caught out by the car not doing what's expected on Friday. Sort of how frustrated are you by the overall rate of progress, that even though you can get results like this, it's not possible as regularly as you like?
Naturally, I think if you look at our season so far, we haven't performed the way we wanted to, but that's how it is. I mean, I cannot change that. We are pushing all flat out, myself, the whole team, to try and be more competitive. Some tracks, naturally, are a bit better for us. Unfortunately, not all, with the calendar is not all like this, so we need to try and also improve in other areas. It's not that straightforward. Otherwise, of course, we would have done so already. But at least I'm happy with today, and it's a good boost for everyone. Also after last weekend, which I think we were lacking a bit of pace, but also we were a bit unlucky in general.
Still more? Yep.
Jack Smith, Motorsport Monday, motorsportweek.com. Question for Lando. If it does rain tomorrow, do you think it will be a fight between yourself and the two men next to you, or do you think it will be much more open with the Ferraris and maybe even the Mercedes in there as well?
As the next Max Verstappen, he should just be himself. That's, I think, what you need to focus on. I think that's also what he knows. He knows how to do that. So he has good people around him that are like a mentor to him. So step by step, and I'm happy for him. He's doing well, and let's see what happens when he eventually can get into F1.
Max, thank you for that. We'll leave it there.